We're talking about why it's important to buy into the positive these days, especially with a lot of, there's just so much news coming out as Jim Cramer, and it's hard to get really confident about why we should be long.
Furnished a very controversial piece I wrote for realmoney.com. It is in large part addressing some concerns that Doug Cass brought up also on the site. The site has gotten a very good level of attention of late, as it deserves. And what Doug is saying basically is, Jim, is it really rigorous analysis to say that Freddie Mac has really turned the corner? And the answer is that when it comes to the analysis of Freddie Mac, it hasn't turned the corner. When it comes to the perception of the stock of Freddie Mac, it has. In 1990, I stayed rigorous, so to speak, and I worked very hard to try to figure out whether there was really a turn in Citi or in Bank of America at that point, or in manufacturers, Hanover, Chemical Bank, Chase. And the fundamentals said that there weren't. But the buyers had come in. The most legendary one was Wells Fargo, where Warren Buffett came in and bought 10% of the company. Why? Because one of the things that happened was that these companies were able to raise money. As the stocks stabilize, value guys come in, they raise money, the value guys buy it, and then the balance sheet, which had looked quite bad, turns beautiful, not from the turn in the business itself, housing in this case, but from the infusions. The infusions allow a virtuous circle where Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac get the money, so you no longer have the big percentage that's bad versus the equity. It doesn't mean that the percentage of bad isn't going to grow. It means that the equity against it can grow. The value guys have a way of making themselves right, and that's what I'm saying in this piece. There's no way that I thought that Freddie Mac had really good news. They did have better revenues. But what I'm saying is sometimes you have to go outside the actual look of the company and deal with the fundamentals of the buyers. And the buyers have an ability to make themselves right in Freddie Mac.
So in other words, if you wait for the fundamentals of the company to turn around, you might have missed the boat.
Exactly right.
All right. Thank you so much. So much, Jim Cramer. Always a lesson here on Wall Street Confidential. Stay tuned.